we all know why you're here. The real reason you're here is that Elite versus Death Triangle match. And I'm not just talking about the wrestling, although the wrestling was fantastic. Everything they did in that match was phenomenal, just like their match at the pay-per-view. We're in Chicago, so you shouldn't be surprised, but the crowd booed them. Completely took a steaming pile of shit on the Elite. And the Elite, to their credit, played it to a T. They played the heels excellently. They did all sorts of references to CM Punk. You got Kenny Omega doing the taunt of go to sleep and then hitting the go to sleep. You had Matt Jackson trying the Buckshot Lariat and botching it. Referencing CM Punk botching the Buckshot Lariat at the pay-per-view against Hangman Page. Hilarious. Yeah, man, if we're going to do it, if we're going to reference CM Punk, we should go ahead and bring him back. And you know what? This is the part where your boy gets in trouble. Because I'm going to say things that you won't ever hear any of my colleagues say. Because, see, my colleagues, all due respect to Solid Monster, JD from NY, Good Mike Work, and many others here in the YouTube space, most all of them are saying CM Punk won't be back and should not come back. If you watched tonight's show, if you watched this crowd, despite the fact that it's Chicago, it doesn't really matter. If you watch the pay-per-view and then tonight's show, and you see how invested the fans still are in CM Punk, you see the Young Bucks, you see Kenny Omega referencing CM Punk, acknowledging what's happening with him biting the arm of Pac, doing his finishing move. So we're taking shots at CM Punk openly. We're not even hiding it anymore. And you know what? Good. Awesome. Then bring him back. I think he is coming back. I think Tony Khan, at the end of the day, when he's healthy and he's ready to come back, he will bring CM Punk back. He should. He better. We all need to move on from this. We all need to come together, let bygones be bygones, water under the bridge, let CM Punk come back, apologize. It won't be that hard for him to apologize. I fucked up. Shouldn't have done that. My bad. I'll learn my lesson. Keep him on a short leash. For real, keep him on a short leash. Tell him don't do that shit ever again. If he does it again, fire him. Don't buy him out. Just fire him. And then once that's settled, let's make some goddamn money. CM Punk versus the Elite. Are you serious? This is the hottest feud in wrestling. Well, it's the hottest unofficial feud in wrestling. Imagine the business CM Punk and the Elite can do. Whether you involve FTR or whether you involve Colt Cabana, it doesn't matter how many parties are in this. You can bring in Hangman Page for all I give it. It doesn't matter. You are sitting on a gold mine, and we're gonna throw that away because people are talking about what's the argument people keep bringing up? Well, you can't trust him. How do you bring him back from that? Okay, what happened at the media scrum hurt CM Punk more than it hurt anybody else. The Elite are back. They're not injured. They're perfectly fine. He didn't end any careers. Ace Steel ended his own career. He's done. And apparently the Elite don't mind referencing him, don't mind talking about him, so why can't you? Well, we can't talk about CM Punk, but they can. I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it. The media scrum was an embarrassment to CM Punk. It made him look bad, and he will need to make amends. But don't fire him. Let him come back, let him deal with the heat, and let him be a professional about it. Why would you take this angle and throw it away over some bullshit that doesn't even matter anymore? That whole media scrum started because the Elite blamed CM Punk for Colt Cabana not getting TV time, and Tony Khan just admitted he wasn't getting TV time because of CM Punk. He was getting TV time because of Tony Khan. So the whole media scrum thing was for nothing. And I got people calling me immature. How am I? Excuse me? I'm immature. See, this is the part where I have to call out fans who for some reason are projecting this unreasonable, groundless hate on CM Punk. Listen, I know it's social media. I get that people hate their lives and they need someone to use as a punching bag, and they've latched that on to CM Punk. They need someone to get mad at and something to get mad at, and so they chose CM Punk. Fine. Okay. Sure. Whatever the fuck. You can hit him all you want while he's on TV. Just turn him heel. Why would you fuck over AEW and tell them to fire him? Let me ask you guys this. CM Punk gets fired. Who does that hurt overall? That hurts the AEW roster because he's their biggest draw. And let me get to this argument really quickly. What about locker room morale? What about the locker room? Oh, people don't like CM Punk. And I keep referencing this because some reason this gets overlooked. What CM Punk said and did was to Colt Cabana and the Elite. He didn't talk about Chris Jericho. He didn't talk about Daniel Bryan Danielson. He didn't talk about Claudio. He didn't talk about the women's division. He didn't talk about the tag team division. He didn't talk about anybody else except the Elite and Colt Cabana. Why are these locker room people upset at him for? What is it about CM Punk ultimately that's hurting the locker room morale? What I'm hearing is we got these clique members that support the Elite. Oh, he hurts locker room morale. All he has to do is come in and apologize. That's it. Hey, my bad. I understand that made you guys and Tony Khan look bad as a company because I represented you as a world champion. My bad. I learned my lesson. Let me make up for it. And then that's it. That's all he has to do. He has to own it. He has to apologize and then do the work to earn the respect back. That's it. Yes, keep him on a short leash. Let him know, man, if you do that shit again, you're gone. But ultimately, if he comes back, what's the fucking problem? Locker room morale. Let me tell y'all something. Half of these people mad at CM Punk, and I'm gonna assume it's the people on the indies and friends with the Elite, right? Half of them haven't even drawn a goddamn dime from AEW. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. They don't even come close to the drawing power of CM Punk. And if I'm Tony Khan, and I bring in CM Punk, and CM Punk apologizes, and they still have an issue with it, bye. Bye. Go have fun on NXT. Let me make some room for Miro. Let me make some room for Andrade when he comes back from suspension. Let me make some room for all these other ROH talent that I think are better than you any fucking ways. Let me make some room for Samoa Joe. Let me make some room for Wardlow. Let me make some room for all these other women's wrestlers that don't get TV time. Let me actually make some room for talent that wanna fucking be here and ain't fucking snowflakes. Locker room morale, really? So we're not even gonna give him a chance to come back and make amends? We don't even know what he's gonna do yet. If he comes back, apologizes, and wants to make amends, wants to work a few with the Elite, and they do it, and it's great, and it's making us money, who are you to then say, oh, I don't want him here because I have an issue with them and locker room morale? Shut the fuck up. Locker room morale. Anybody that's a supporter of AEW saw tonight and went, you know what? If he's willing to come back and work as someone that's going to help grow the company, is going to really, truly push us forward, then let him back. The fans want him. The fans miss him. They're clearly still invested. We're getting fuck CM Punk chants and CM Punk chants. The Elite are catching heat because of CM Punk. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're just going to let this go because of a fucking media scrum rant? Him throwing a hissy fit over 4 people? Well, Colt Cabana, the Elite, okay, 5 people. So, Hangman Page too. All of them are fine. They aren't hurt. Hangman Page did get hurt, but that wasn't because of CM Punk. That was for something else. But we can bring him back under certain conditions. Yes, with the idea that if he does it again, if he breaks any rules, we let him go. But letting him go at this point, ultimately, it's just going to be a benefit to WWE. And you know what? I see someone in the live chat telling me, well, what if some people threaten to leave? I mean, let's be honest here. Who could actually leave that could hurt the company? The only person that I think that can pull that card is Chris Jericho. Bryan Danielson ain't pulling that card. Jon Moxley isn't pulling that card. And I doubt Chris Jericho would even want to leave over CM Punk anyways. Let's just call it like it is. Everyone trying to tell me that CM Punk is going to hurt the locker room, I think Tony Khan would rather fire him before he lets that happen. You're going to argue that 90% of the locker room hates CM Punk. If you read reports, that's not even the case. It's not even that big of a portion of the locker room. There are some people that still like CM Punk in AEW. Believe it or not. FTR being one of them. Bryan Danielson being another person. Christian being another person. You're going to assume the entire locker room hates CM Punk? Calm the fuck down. So if anything else, the people who will do an uprising and be like, oh, well, I don't want to work because CM Punk's here. Half of them don't even draw a dime any fucking ways. So bye. We have too much of a bloated roster anyways. This is the part where Tony Khan needs to pull his pants up, look them in the fucking faces and go, if he's willing to play ball, you should be too. You got an issue? There's the door. Yeah, throw away your contract. Throw away your easy schedule. Lose all your goddamn money over a media scrum that had nothing to do with you. Grow the fuck up and let's make some money. Quit robbing the fans of their entertainment. Clearly fans still care about CM Punk. They're not gonna stop chanting him. So let's bring him back and let's make some goddamn money. Let's just move on. Can we move on? We're not gonna stop talking about Punk. We're not gonna stop mentioning what happened at the media scrum. So you might as well make some fucking money off of it. Because if you don't, someone else will. One way or another, money will be made off of the media scrum. It's either going to be here in AEW or in WWE. You make your choice. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of people getting all up in arms over some shit that doesn't even matter anymore. We got over it. Everybody's back. So let's move on. It's time to move on. It's time to have some fucking fun again.